Good morning. Children, do you remember what we learned in the last class? Yes, we learned that what it is diversity of living organism, that is biobotany chapter 1 part 9. So now we are going to learn about that part 10. So we are going to finish this lesson within 1 or 2 class. Okay. So come, let's learn what is about the we already learned that about 5 classification. In last class we learned about detailedly fungi and morphological physiological structure of fungi and classification of fungi. So we know that fungi is very vast varieties or very vast different classifications are there. So more than 200 classifications are derived by a lot of scientists. Even though we saw that olden type of classification and the recent modern type of classification, now we are going to learn about that already in the new modern concept we learned 5 up to 5 we finished 3 classification now. So last 2 we left. That last 2 classification out of 5 classes we are going to learn. One is Basidiomycetes. One is called as Basidiomycetes and another one is called as Deuteromycetes. Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes. Okay. So what are this? Basidiomycetes. So this type of fungi is maximum called by different names. So it is called by different names. What are they? So puffball, toads, bird's nest and bracket and even lot of sinkhorn. So lot of different names are there because of their appearance. So first one, it will be having septate. We know what is septate. So the filament will be having partitions. The filament will be having partitions. If it has a partition, then it is said to be septate. So here this Basidiomycetes will be having the septate. And this septate is this mycelium or the septate or it forms this clamp-like structure. So it will form a clamp-like structure. So because of this clamp and bracket-like structure, this type of fungi is called as Dolispore septum. What is it? The septum is appear like a bracket or like a clamp, so it is said to be Dolispore septum. What it is said to be? Dolispore septum. So from the fungi, maximum examples will be asked in that is subjective type questions, and even certain special names of fungi will be come as a one-word question. So be carefully write the name of class and the specific name of the fungi. So this fungi, because of the septate structure like a clamp, what it is? Clamp or bracket. So we use bracket and writing lot of events. So that bracket-like structure or clamp-like structure is called as Dolispore septum. What it is said to be? Dolispore septum. And next one, this will be having mycelium. What is mycelium? Mycelium means that minute hair-like structure, fiber is called as mycelium. So such mycelium is Basidiomycetes will be having mycelium. Based on the structure or based on the formation of mycelium, it is 3 types are there. One is primarily formed. So primary formed mycelium. The first formed mycelium is called as monokaryotic. What it is said to be? Monokaryotic. And mycelium which is formed secondary. So they are said to be dikaryotic. What it is said to be? Dikaryotic. So and if it is formed third, then that is third form. So it is called as tertiary karyotic. What it is said to be? Tertiary karyotic. So this mycelium is nothing but that fiber thread-like formation. So that will be, if it is formed first, then it is called as primary, means monokaryotic. If it is formed secondary, it is called as dikaryotic. Or if it is formed tertiary, if it is formed third, then it is called as tertiary karyotic. Children, up to this clear? Okay. So first we learned about the special name of this fungi due to the bracket structure, and next one this mycelium, and based on the formation we learned the 3 types. And next one asexual mode of reproduction. What is asexual mode of reproduction? What is meant by asexual? So without the fusion of gamete, that a new species formation or new gamete formation is called as asexual reproduction. So this asexual reproduction takes place by means of conidian. Do you remember what is conidian? A special, that is bulb-like structure, especially in Aspergillus. Have you learned now? Do you remember? So So this special structure formation is called as what? As per this conidia. This conidia will be released in the air. So then through the substratum, when it is lying on the substratum, it forms a new species. That is called as what? Conidia. So here the conidia formation will be there, and oidia. Oidia also some of the special type of asexual reproduction, and budding, that external expansion of certain cells. For example, yeast will be what? Outgrowth will take place, then finally detached from the species and form a new organism. So budding. So asexual mode of reproduction is conidia, oidia and budding. Conidia, oidia and budding. And next one, sexual reproduction. So what is sexual reproduction? By means of fusion of gametes. Fusion of gametes in case Antheridium and Archegonium is a male and female reproductive organ. Archegonium is female reproductive organ and Antheridium is male reproductive organ. The male gamete and female gamete fuse with the help of water and certain agents, and then it forms a new species. So that is called as sexual mode of reproduction. So here you can find a somatogamy. So already we learned what is somatogamy. Somatic cells or somatic gametes are fused to form a new fungi species. That is called as somatogamy. And spermatidae. Spermatidae means a normal cell will change into some structure modification. Then it will involving in the new species formation. That is called as spermatidae. Okay. So sexual reproduction by means of somatogony and spermatizations. So if you have the go through the last video, you can refer what is the process involved in these things. Okay. Next one is karyogamy. So karyogamy, that is sexual reproduction. Under karyogamy, a single cell will change into two cells. Then the two cells will change into four cells, and it will be undergoing the spore formation. And finally, it forms a that is a hook-like structure and rag-like structure. Okay. So that is called as karyogamy. That is called as karyogamy. That is cell divisions. So these are about the what it does. This is maximum few things. So you have to practice after this lesson. That is what you have to refer means you have to refer the examples. So example names and that practice the spellings. Okay. So examples and the spellings you have to practice after listening the lesson. So this is about the Basidiomycetes, the fourth class of the fungi. Fourth class of the fungi. And fifth one is Deuteromycetes. What it is said to be? Deuteromycetes. So under the Deuteromycetes, we cannot find any sexual reproduction. So these fungi under the Deuteromycetes will not undergo sexual reproductions because of this habitat. So this species is said to be imperfecti. So which species is said to be imperfecti? This Deuteromycetes, because here no sexual reproduction takes place. So then here maximum they are all exposing them as a saprophytic or parasitic. So maximum is saprophytic. They live on the dead organic matter and absorb the nutrition from the that is under that area. So that is called as saprophytic and parasitic. So they live inside the host cell, or they live inside a plant or root or whatever it may be. So then it may be parasite with plant, or it may be parasite with lichens. Okay. So that is called as parasitic mode of nutrition. So and we can find, so here no sexual reproduction, then how it maintain the species? By means of sexual reproduction. By means of sexual reproduction. Here the sexual reproductions is conidia and chlamydosporous and bud formation and oidial formations. So these are the special organs are formed in the asexual mode of reproductions. So because of this process, this will be forming a new species to the world. So that is called as asexual mode of reproduction. What are they? Conidia, chlamydospores, bud and oidia, or the types, varieties of asexual mode of reproduction. And next one, so certain conidia so will be having a different shape. So conidia, due to structure of conidia, so there are different special types are available. So one is called as Cnidium is a type of Deuteromycetes having special type of conidia, and second one is Acervulvae. So it is a second type, and Sporochium and Cineme. So these are the certain varieties of Deuteromycetes because of having special type of conidium. Because of having special type of conidium. Children, up to this clear? Up to this clear? So we learned about the basidiomycetes and deuteromycetes. Already we learned that 3 types. So now we are going to learn about the economic importance of fungi. What we are going to learn? Economic importance of fungi. So maximum, if we refer food under the fungi, what comes in front of you? Mushroom. What comes in front of you? Mushrooms. Those who not prefer meat to eat, those who not, or those who are non-veg, that is vegetarian, with non-vegetarian will go for meat for their protein needs. But vegetarian will maximum prefer yeast for their, what it is, protein content. So here maximum which will you choose? Mushroom. So mushroom is a fungi. Mushroom is a fungi which having high content of proteins and vitamins, all the things which supplies lot of energy for us. Okay. So maximum under the food we are using mushrooms and yeast. Do you know what is yeast? So it is available in the market as in the form of dried yeast. So these dried yeast are used in the used as a food. For what purpose they are using the yeast? For fermentation. What is fermentation? So anaerobic respiration. If you are adding yeast in the dough, or what happens, it will be for doing anaerobic respiration and produce carbon dioxide more. Because of the carbon dioxide, so that flour will be changed into puffy and spongy, fully aerated. Then only we are getting a soft and spongy cake and even bread, whatever product. So all the things are prepared by the use of yeast. And certain yeast are used as a vitamin resources, and vitamin B and vitamin B12 also provided by yeast. So here before, if you are not used the yeast, hereafter try to, but before using that, if it is acceptable for you, so you have to check whether it is accept for you. Or sometimes what happens, these mushrooms comes under fungi, see even it cause some harmful effect in the human being, and if it is not, for some person it causes allergy too. So before eating, you just check it whether it is accepted by your body or not. Then you can consume, which is energy rich, protein rich, vitamin rich, and that is what fungi. And next one is medicine. So under the medicine preparation, the fungi is doing a vast space. So already we learned the bacteria is used in different way for preparing the medicine, that is antibiotic, and lot of in industries, biotechnology. So we learned, like that, this fungi also here in medicines, it will doing a lot of functions. So especially which is commonly known antibiotic is taken from the fungi, penicillin. So penicillin is an antibiotic liquid or medicine which is derived from the Penicillium notatum. It is derived from Penicillium notatum. So this Penicillium notatum is giving the penicillin injections which is used as an antibiotic. So if a person having a prolonged infections or prolonged is affected by cold, fever like this, the doctor will refer some test injection on your, that is this area. So after putting us one drop, they will put a round around it, and they will make us to wait for 1 week. So why they are allowing that? Why they are giving the duration? Whether that antibiotic is accepted by your body or not. So if it is not accepted by your body, it forms some puff-like formation, boils-like formation in this area around the circle. So if it is accepted by your body, it will be not creating any symptoms, itching or red inflammations, anything. So if it is okay by your body, then the next one dose will be given by the doctor. So after taking the antibiotic penicillin, your body, that antibiotic will be built up. So that's why you can avoid lot of diseases affecting you. Okay, so this is penicillium, and like penicillin, lot of other species in this antibiotics also is there. Cephalosporin, tetramycin. So lot of varieties of antibiotics are available under the fungi. And next one is, it is there is one thing is taken derived from the fungi, that is called as ergotamine. What is it to be? Ergotamine. So this ergotamine is a medicine which is used as a vasoconstrictor. What is vasoconstrictor? So blood vessels of the heart. blood vessels of the heart. If it is dilated, so it has to be reduced in the diameter or width of the blood vessels to be constricted. That is, this length, space or the width of the blood vessels should be constricted, reduced by using the medicine is called as ergotamine. So this ergotamine is derived from the fungi. It is derived from the fungi. And next one, in industries. So in industries, so it is used to prepare lot of acids. It is used to prepare lot of acids. So ergotamine is used to prepare lot of acids. So what are they? Citric acid, gluconic acid, and itaconic acid, and kojic acid. So lot of acids are prepared by using the fungi. So these acids are used to prepare, are used in large scale industries, or large scale it is produced in the industries, and these acids are used to prepare lot of products. Okay, so that is acid preparation in industries. It is useful. And next one, in bakery and brewer industries. So bakery, you know what is bakery? For preparing cake, bread, that is edible items. So and brewery means preparing alcohol and beer. So lot of that procedures. So under the bakery and brewers, maximum that Saccharomyces cerevisiae, that is yeast variety, and penicillium. So these are all some of the specific types are used in the bakery and brewer industries. And next one, enzyme preparations or enzyme production. So like bacteria, lot of enzymes are produced. That is what, ligase and restriction endonuclease, and that is a lot of enzymes are involved in the biotechnology or genetic engineering is derived from bacteria. Like that enzymes like amylase, protease, urease, lot of enzymes are synthesized by means of fungi. Okay. Under this, one is a special type of enzyme which is not produced by any other species. It's called as Rennet enzyme. What is said to be? Rennet enzyme. So this Rennet enzyme is useful for the coagulation. What is coagulation? So for example, if you are putting an omelette, what you will do? You will break the egg and you pour the yolks in the dish. That is what it is, the hard pan. No? So what happens immediately? If you are pouring, it is that is jelly-like. After that, what happens within few seconds, it will change into semi-solid content. So that semi-solid nature is said to be coagulation. What is said to be? Coagulation. So that coagulation is only done by the enzyme called as Rennet enzyme. So this Rennet enzyme is where it is useful for cheese production. So do you like to eat cheese? Yes, even I like to eat cheese. That cheese is that formation which will be changed to cheese, milk. So that milk, after a lot of process, that milk is changed into cheese with the help of enzyme is called as what? Rennet enzyme. So this Rennet enzyme is doing the coagulation process. Children, up to this clear? And so in under industry, agriculture. So in agriculture, so this fungi is doing lot of function. So what it does? So do you know heard about mycorrhizae? Do you hear about mycorrhizae? What it is mycorrhizae? Fungi which live with a plant. That is symbiotic association between the fungi and the plant is called as mycorrhizae. So what it will do? So this fungi will be giving some minerals and water for the plant, and plant will be giving food for the fungi, and it will giving the place for habitat. The plant giving place for this fungi, and the fungi is providing nutrition and water and absorption. That water, and for example, if it is that is forest, if not available too much of water and not available too much of minerals, or more trees are grown in particular area, if which plant is grown or which plant is chosen by the mycorrhizae, that is fungi, so that plant alone can grow that is what, something different from other plant because of the mycorrhizal fungi. So these fungi will be providing lot of nutrition, that is water and minerals to the plant when compared with the other plants. That's why this plant will grow taller and it will be getting abundant water and minerals. Because of that, it will show some different growth, okay, when compared with the other which is not allowing a space for the fungal growth. So that is called as mycorrhizae. So we will see in after this economic importance, we are going to learn detailing about the mycorrhizae and lichens. Okay, our next one, and even lichens also it is used. What is lichen? So the symbiotic association between the fungi and algae. So algae is not a plant, but it is so that the coming or symbiotic water and minerals. Then in such case it is useful in agriculture, that is plant growth. And do you know what is about gibberellin? In Japan they found, so normally in the grass field, only one type of certain types of grass has grown that is uncomparable height. It reached uncomparable height. After that, some scientists went and they collected the plant from such area and they did a research and they shocked to observe certain hormone is there. So what is that hormone? This gibberellin is the hormone. What it is? Gibberellin. So this gibberellin hormone is giving a prolonged length for the plant. So it is act as a growth inducer. What it is said to be? So already we are going to learn in the next lesson, that is next class, different varieties of that is 5-axin, cytokinin, gibberellin, and that is lot of hormones are the growth promoting hormones like that. So here the fungi is this gibberellin is type of fungi producing the growth inducer. Okay, so gibberellin is nothing but it is derived from the fungi which is said to be growth stimulator. Growth inducer. So what it is said to be? Growth inducer. Next one, it is act as a biopesticides. Certain fungi is used to control the pest. So what is pest? The plant species or insects which giving trouble to the plant, they are called as pests. So here, normally how we kill the pest? By using the chemicals. So if you are using chemicals, it not only harm the pest, it also harm the plants. But if you are using the biopesticides, if you are biogenetically, this fungi is that is what this fungi, if it is kept inside the plant, automatically the plant will not eaten by the insects. Okay, so pests. So that is called as this fungi is used as a biopesticides. Next one, so up to this we learn the benefits of fungi. We learn the benefits of fungi. Now we are going to learn about the harmful effects of fungi. What we are going to learn about? Harmful effect of fungi. So what is harmful? So if it causes diseases, or if it kills the person, or if it causes any there is ill effect under the plants and animals, then it is called as what? This harmful. So this fungi will be producing toxin. What is toxin by means? Toxin means poison. What it means? Poison. So this toxin is produced by the fungi, especially two genetic genera. It is called as Amantiae and Boletum. So Boletus. So these are the two genera involving in the toxin productions, especially aflatoxin. So this aflatoxin is produced by the Aspergillus. It is produced by the Aspergillus, and maximum it having the effect of carcinogen. So it causes cancer and it causes the death of the persons. So that is called as what? Aspergillus carcinogenic toxic effect produced by the fungi. So what it is? Aspergillus variety which is heavy toxic and even causes death of the persons. Okay. So children, up to this clear what we learned. So economic importance, we learned about the food, that is food is the fungi is used as a food and providing the nutrition, minerals and protein, vitamins, everything. And medicine, so in medicine it is used as a antibiotic, and especially in ergotamine is a special, underline this ergotamine and put 1 mark, which is one important question. So what is ergotamine? It is an enzyme or it is a medicine prepared from the fungi and useful for the vasoconstrictor. And in industries, lot of acids are produced by means of the fungi. And in bakery and brewery industries, yeast, penicillins are used. And enzyme productions, lot of enzymes are involved in the production of amylase, protease, urease and lot of other enzymes. Okay. And next one, especially rennet is used, a special type of enzyme which is produced by the fungi, and it is useful for the coagulation process, especially cheese formation. And in agriculture, that is mycorrhizae is a form of symbiotic association with the fungi and the plant, and giving minerals and water for the plant, and plant is giving food for the fungi. And gibberellin is a growth inducer. And biopesticides, certain fungi act as a biopesticide to control the pest. And harmful effect, maximum it producing the toxin, so that toxin will kill the person. And next we are going to learn about the certain other examples. We learned the uses of economic importance of fungi. So here we are some species are there, so which is useful for the food. So what it is? Lentinus. So check the book or refer the page here. Lentinus these are the varieties which is useful for the food, for consumption. So Lentinus, Edodes, Agaricus, Bisporus and Volvarilla and Volvaceae. So these are the food, the edible varieties of fungi. And next one, yeast. So already I said yeast is providing vitamin B and it will be providing what it is, vitamin B12. So here Erythrothecia asbud. So this is a special type of fungi which will be providing vitamin B12. And next one under medicine, already we learned what it is. Penicillin is produced by the Penicillium notatum and cephalosporin is produced by the Arimonium chrysogenum. Arimonium chrysogenum and Greasoflavin. So this Greasoflavin is produced by the fungi Penicillium crucifluum. Penicillium crucifluum. Children, up to this clear? And under the bakery and brewers, so Penicillium roqueforti and Penicillium camembert. So these are involved in the industries for cheese production. And in agriculture, Rhizotoniae and Phallus and Scleroderma. So these are all varieties of used in the agriculture for absorbing water and minerals. And next one, Breveriae, Bacinae and Metarhizium anisophilae. So these two varieties are used as a biopesticides. And harmful effect means I already said Amantia phalliotes and Amantia vernae and Boletus satanus. So and these are all used as a species which will be giving more toxins. Okay, and next one, Aspergillus, Rhizophos and Mucor, Penicillin also involving in the, what it is, involved in the spoilage of food. So if you are keeping your food open within few overnight, so lot of fungi will start to grow. 1 or 2 days, if you kept bread open or if you keep fruits open or if you keep your food open, so it will cause some thread-like formation and some cotton-like formation. These are all due to the fungi, which is the variety. Aspergillus, Rhizophos and Mucor and Penicillin types of fungi will grow on it and it cause water, spoil the food material. And some do you know is there in your book regarding the harmful effect of fungi. One it is dermophytes are fungi which cause the infection in the skin. So especially Trigophyton, TVA, Microsporans and Epidermophytons. So these are all certain varieties. Dermophytons will be causing the skin disease in the human being. And Epidermophytons, that is it causes the late blight disease in potato by phytophthora-infectants. Causes millions of death. It causes millions of death. And Rowan Moore emigrated from the Ireland. So where it is emigrated, this type of fungi is emigrated from the Ireland and causing lot of diseases. Even in India, Helminthosporium oryzae. So in this type of fungi cause the blight of paddy. And example in Bengal famine in 1942 to 1943, it caused lot of loss. Okay, so these are all about the harmful effects of fungi. Children, up to this clear? Okay, so last we are going to learn about certain diseases which is caused by the fungi. Okay, see, certain diseases have brought here. So disease which is caused by the fungi. So, okay, so certain diseases caused plant diseases and certain will cause the animal diseases. For example, first one, Magnopothy ricea. So it causes a blast of paddy. Do you know what is blast of paddy? So the paddy leaf will be, you can find spots, brown color spots and making holes on the leaf. It is called as Bast disease of paddy. And next one, Colletotrichum and falcatum. So this causes a red dot of sugarcane. Sugarcane will be affected by this fungi. Well, what happens? It will the shoot system will turn into reddish hard and juicy less shoot system. And the same variety of Lendi Muthayanam, it causes the anthracnose of beans. So the beans will be having lot of black dots and it will not proper fruit formations. And next one, in Albigo Canita, it causes the white crust of crucifer and Tamphrina dermomans, so it causes the peach leaf curls, the leaf will be curled. And Puccinia graminous tristis, so it causes the rust of wheat. So you can find the rust. What is meant by rust? The iron will be get oxidized with the presence of oxygen. It causes the yellowish powder like no. So like that, the wheat plant will be having, the leaf of this wheat will be having rust. Okay, and next one, certain diseases which is caused by the fungi. So epidermophyton flaccusum, so it is caused athletus. So do you know Setupun in Tamil? So it is caused by the epidermophyton flaccusum. And candidiasis, lot of skin diseases, skin allergies, skin rashes, skin boils is caused by the fungi is called as Candida albicans. Candida albicans, which causes the candidiasis diseases. And next one, Coccidioides immitidis. So it causing the coccidiomyosis, which will be rashes or red patch formation or like coin like wound formation due to the fungal infection. And last one is Aspergillus fumigatus. So this is also a skin disease which is caused by the Aspergillus fungi. So these are a lot of not only these fungi is causing diseases. In addition, lot of other species also involving in the causes of diseases. As it is useful of benefits, it even causes diseases human being, plant and other organisms. Children, I hope you all understood about the classification of fungi. Detailedly we learned about the morphological, physiological feature of fungi, classification of fungi. So and then we learned about the economic importance of fungi, and we learned the harmful effect of fungi, and this is caused by the fungi in plant and animals. So in next class we are going to learn detailedly about the lichens and mycorrhizae and some other uses of this benefits and uses and harmful effect of fungi. Children, thank you.